All right, guys, you are going to watch a run with me playing a team of Mika, Kayron, and Khalipe. Now, I actually accidentally played Khalipe with 0 of my potential upgrades. You always want to at least get 1, but changing upward slash to an AoE is also fantastic, so make sure you get the 3-1 upgrade as well. The whole point of this build is that Mika is a great AP generator, right? I often find when I play Kayron plus another sort of less AP hungry character, I end up with like excess AP that I don't know how to use. Like both Kayron and Khalipe can activate each other really nicely, and so like it's just generally a very, very strong partnership to bring together. So I'm going to run Kayron, Khalipe, and Mika. Do not expect like mail-in 30k damage turns. What you're looking for is like consistent damage output with good defensive capabilities to get you through the majority of the fights with relative ease. Good stress management because you've got healing, good stress management because you've got shielding, and then you've got scaling damage with Kayron as well. So that is how we are approaching this run. Let's get into it. All right, guys, what's up? We're into a zero system run. I'm going to use Khalipe, Mika, and Kayron for this run. I'm kind of interested in doing this. There's a few reasons why. Both Khalipe and Kayron are pretty AP hungry. Mika can be an incredible AP battery. I often find if I don't have 2 people that use AP sufficiently, Mika leaves me with a lot of excess AP at the end of the turn, which isn't good. You don't want to have excess AP because it's just damage or cards you could have used. So I'm going to run Khalipe as kind of like a shielder hybrid DPS. Kayron as my main kind of cycle ramp up DPS, and obviously Mika as a core healer. We've got plenty of ways of preventing stress. We've got plenty of ways of cycling, because I think Mika does get some relatively good card draw epiphanies. And then Kayron just going to be my primary DPS here. So, I got the upgrade where I can do this. Max health by 20. I'm going to take the credit. I never really find that credits are a massive deal. But depending on what the map ends up looking like, it could be useful, because I could maybe remove a card or 2 extra. I'm going to take the credits. Thank you, random deity. Even if the aspect ratio of the PC client makes you look really blurry and weird. All right, let's jump in. So I don't actually. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do prowess on Khalipe. I've only just leveled her up, and I forgot to do her prowess. You should really always have at least the first prowess, because you get a free epiphany, which is important. Lose 100. Well, do you know what? I'm going to gain 1 legendary random neutral card. Attack, damage 2, fine. I'm assuming that goes into Khalipe, to be honest with you. I better have a look at where that actually went. Yeah, it's just going to go into Khalipe. Yeah, annoyingly, I should have done the prowess on Khalipe, but whatever. You live and you learn. I'll do it for the next run. I forgot about that. So we've got a removal there, we've got a removal down here, we've got a removal here, and a removal here. I don't know if I want to do 3 removals, because I'm not sure I'll have enough. So, to me, the most sensible path looks like attack, 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 up. This, campfire, up, up, down, elite, up, question mark, no, up. Removal, elite, removal. Question mark thing. Removal, question mark removal. That's probably what I want to do. Okay, so with that in mind, we are going to go and power through 3 normal mobs. Okay, so nothing too major here to talk about. I'm just probably going to go black hole, followed by elimination. Gives me 1 wave, so that's good. And I think I'm just going to exhaust the futility. Okay, so we've got pulverize, which would kill, wouldn't kill. Defense-based damage. Lashing. I got echoes of futility here. Pulverize would do, yeah, just enough damage to take this guy down. And I'm going to get a free card out of it. Great. 200% shield. Which is nice. Echoes of futility. Lashing. And I'm not going to deal enough damage to get through my shield, which means my stress shouldn't increase, I don't think. So got that. Got that again. Yeah, I think I'll just do this. All right. Golden. Right, jump to the next one. Again, just want to try. We obviously want to increase the chances of us getting epiphanies by getting into as many fights as possible. Doesn't look like I'm getting any epiphanies on this one, which is pretty brutal, actually. I'm going to take the wave because that will give me 1 extra AP. We're going to pulverize. There's 2 attacks. That should stun him if I do that again. Yeah. Let's do that. Nice. Took a little bit of damage there. So I'm going to take the source of water. I am then going to kill this guy off. I am then going to... I'm thinking about whether I actually... Well, it's 40% damage. If I then exhaust a futility, is that going to be enough? It is. Nice. Bam. Off you go. Into the void. Oh, we're going to jump here. Okay. So I think I kind of want to build some shield up here, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Create 1 vulture ejection. I will do this. I actually have never used her skill before. Oh my god, a giant fucking whale appears. That's crazy. Heaven. When using a card 2 cost or higher. Well, lucky for you, I have a card that's 2 cost or higher. I think Echoes of Futility should finish this off. So a 1-turn kill, take no damage, take no stress. Brilliant. Stress management is much easier with a shielder. Now, what did I say I was going to do here? I could go down, up. Could go down to the elite, across, down, up, here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I feel pretty good. I feel confident enough to try and take on an elite. What are these little buggers? Ah, we can get rid of a card. Provoke the monster. I've never done this before. Select and remove 1 card. I've never done this before. Kind of want to do it. Great. You food, you meat. So I can... That's probably pretty good. I would say it's a pretty good card for... So I can convert... Basically, this is converting a card, which is quite nice. So I think... Let's just convert her basic card into Outbreak of War, which is actually quite nice. All right. I'm happy with that outcome. That is a happy outcome for me. Please give me some more epiphanies. I love this monster design. It's like a Resident... It gives me real Resident Evil vibes. So we're going to use this. I'm going to use Echoes of Futility. And I'm actually going to heal because that should actually reduce my stress slightly. It's also going to get a load of futility into my deck. So he's going to attack me for something. Right, tactical analysis, which will actually just straight up epiphany. When own card is used, 1 wave for 1 turn, 1 wave, 1 turn gain morale. So resolve is shield gain for each stack, which would support my Khalipe build here. Do kind of like, but then I lose the wave, so I'd have to use this and then use her own cards. And frankly, I'm not going to use her cards all the time. So I quite like the idea of resolve, giving me some defensive options. Because then when I do this, I get quite a big shield. The only problem is I can't use that, or I don't really want to use that. However, is that just going to be the play? It's not going to get me enough shield to really be worth it. So my mum is calling me, guys. So I'm going to pause the video here and pick it up. All right. I talked to my mum. We're going to exhaust this. Feeling good about this so far. A little bit of damage there, but again, I've got a lot of options. So we have overpower, 220% shield damage, which isn't a lot. So I need to build shield first. I think we're probably just going to go for pulverize because that will use vulture. We just use it automatically, which doesn't actually affect... Oh, it does affect the action count. Well, that means that I need to use... It's going to break. I mean... I don't really have much exhaustive futility. I could heal to reduce some stress. So I'm just going to heal, reduce a little bit of stress here. Okay. Oh, he wasn't attacking me. I'm an idiot. I thought I'm just going to exhaust the futility here, and I get the really nice Kayron ego manifestation. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. GB's Christers. Okay, so we're going to gain some resolve. We are going to do this. I think we are going to probably have to use Vulture Ejection. This is morale, fortitude. I'm actually going to use this. Fortitude's going to reduce the damage by a little bit. I'm not going to be able to use that now, but that's okay. So I'm going to shield. I'm then going to futility. I'm then going to use this, and then I'm going to also exhaustive futility. I'm going to just have to accept that. That's it. I mean, I've significantly reduced the damage from what it was, which is good. And not much stress came my way there. All right, so we're going to create 2 futility cards here. That's 168%. That's actually a bigger... My Kayron's actually giving me bigger heals. And I'll do some damage like that. I've now got quite a lot of futility. Unfortunately, I haven't drawn the EP card to exhaust all the futility in my graveyard, which is annoying. In here, I think I'm going to use Pulverize. That's fine. This is not enough damage to get the job done, which is annoying. However, I could potentially use this, which might be enough damage to get the job done. That's 220% shield damage. It's still not a massive amount of damage. I could, however, just get another Vulture Ejection, which means I can use a 2-cost card, and that might be enough. Go, Mega fucking Whale! Slap him on the head! Okay, and then if I did this, that's going to be enough. Boom. Okay, fine. We did a good job of saving ourselves there. We get a monster card out of this as well, which is 50% times 4 damage, 6 agony. That's actually a pretty good one. I mean, if I had, like, you combo that with Ray, that's pretty nice. Okay, we're going to apply a random mark here. That's the only thing that my current path doesn't really have. I don't really have that many equipment pickups. Okay, so we could get some equipment from this thing. So we get multifaceted. I don't have an initiative card. We would have to get schizophrenia, which would... I mean, I do want the epiphany, so... I mean, curse cards aren't that big of a deal. And considering you can exhaust this one out of your deck for just 1 AP, it's not too bad. I'm going to Kayron. I'm going to get Brand of Annihilation. Fine. Not the one I was hoping for. I was hoping to actually make use of my futilities. I was looking for my Oath of whatever it is. Oath of Vitality? I literally don't remember what the card's called. Oath of something. Okay, so we've got Upward Slash here, which would use Vulture. We've also got Iron Wall. We're going to go for the 1 wave. We're going to use Iron Wall, which will give me 1 resolve. We're going to go Upward Slash, which would immediately kill this guy. We'll use this. And then I'll just use 1 elimination from my Kayron. And that's quite a lot of damage done. Source of Water here, so that's going to give me probably Whirlpool. Okay, no, it's actually going to give me Blessing of Waves. Which is nice big heal. How much damage is that going to do? I mean, so I'm going to heal for a nice big amount. That didn't actually give me much stress reduction. I'll use this. And then I can just go for this to get the kill. Boom. And we'll get a latent epiphany as well, it looks like. Echoes of the True Abyss. There we go. I'm getting most of our Kayron cards through, which is nice. The thing you have to remember about this is when you start adding epiphany cards to your deck, you do actually start making it heavier. Got Hack the Robot, select 1 between random legendary cards. I don't actually know if I want the cards. I think I probably just want the loot at this point. Going to counterattack. I mean, counterattack's not really the mechanic that Khalipe uses. That's more of a is that a Maribel thing? Right. I don't have that many credits, so I don't really want to go down the bottom path. So I kind of want to go to the top path. I can't really justify going to many campfires with a card removal because I don't really have many credits. Military grenade, which I can't remember what it does. Using a buff card, that sounds fine. Continue. We will continue across the top path. Ah, yes, this is where we can actually give another. We can get rid of another card. We could have Epiphany. Ah, it's Epiphany. I thought this was where you could give him a card. Let's give an Epiphany. Nice. Let's go Khalipe. She hasn't had that many. If a vulture ejection is in hand, cost +1, 100% damage. So basically, it's a way of activating that. Okay, let's jump in. Oh, these little fetus things. They're gross. Got a lot of damage coming in already. Blessing of the Waves. I don't know if I want to actually use that. Would like to use that. I would actually probably like to use Echoes of the... Yeah, I would actually like to use Echoes of the True Abyss here. Maybe... Do I have Kayron's EP skill on hand? No, I don't. I've only got hers. I do have this, though, for when it's in my graveyard. Not going to help me right now. I'm going to take a load of damage regardless. Okay. Blessing of Waves. So we're going to go Source of Water. We're going to then use this for... I like the wave, healing damage. So I don't really like the damage. I like the wave. The wave just gives me yet another potential AP. I'm actually going to exhaust all of the cards in my graveyard, which should give me a load of AoE. Also exhausts the Schizophrenia, which is quite nice because it's a status card. And then I'm going to go Brand of Annihilation. And that kills everybody. Fine. Took a bit of damage, but we healed back up to full. Stress still very manageable at the moment. Stress is still very, very manageable. I want to go for the elite here. Again, the biggest thing that I'm looking to do right now is get equipment. No more epiphanies this turn, which is kind of annoying. So tactical analysis. Then we're going to use this. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, unfortunately. And then we're going to go upward slash. That's all I can do. I'm going to take some damage. It is what it is. I've got plenty of healing. Okay, so I've got Pulverize. Problem is, I don't... It's a great sword. That's to all enemies. I did not know that. That's nice. Pulverize is not going to do enough there, but Pulverize would do something there. However, I could just go for a double heal. Like this. Would this shield be enough? I'd still take some damage. So I'm going to go for the heals and go for the stress reduction. So I've specifically just gone for stress reduction here. I'm going to take some stress back, I think, but yeah, it's onto Kayron, so that's okay. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to use Brand of Annihilation at full HP, full damage, because it's basically going to use Vulture Ejection for me. And then I can probably just do this. And kind of annoying. Is that going to be enough? No, I haven't exhausted any. I could use the whale, but I don't think it's worth it for just this guy. If I'd had, a little bit of forethought, what I could have done was use her to gain the morale, and that probably would have done enough. But let's just do this. Oh. Just tenacity damage. Shield and tenacity damage. Fine. We want to get rid of Mika's attack, because that's a bit useless. This bad boy. All right. Source of Water. What are we going to get? Is it not a good one? I always like to go for the wave. It gives me another one here. I can go for Elimination. I can go for Upward Slash. And I can go for Exhaust. Mika is going to be the first to fall, I'm certain of it. So we've got Pulverize here. What I really want is some shielding. I might create the Vulture Ejection here, because I'm going to be guaranteed to use it. Go, massive fucking whale. Bro, I love the massive fucking whale. And then I'm just going to use the Echoes of Futility. God, Mika, you're on your way out, mate. Okay, so we gain some resolve. I'm going to heal, which didn't reduce any stress, and then I'm going to use Echoes of the True Abyss. Now, I should be able to use this next turn, and maybe Black Hole will be enough to just finish the job. I've got Sorrowful Godfather. Right, so we're gonna use this. It's gonna get rid of 9 and a Schizophrenia. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of want to just do this. He's gonna get me another Kayron Epiphany. Ah, there we go. Oath of Vanity. That's what I was looking for. Well, Black Hole's gonna do the job anyway. Nice. Okay, well, Mika is gonna go crazy. We unfortunately, well, actually, we do have a couple of rest spots coming up, so we might be able to give her a little bit of respite. We're going to remove a card. We would like to remove... Oh, actually, if I remove this, is she going to go mental? Yeah, she went a little bit mental. I quite like giving him attack, because this actually basically means I can choose what attack I want. Time Regulator I don't really want. I'm going to rest and recover stress. So, Mika is going to reduce 10 stress, potentially. Oh, it's this guy. Let's go. Roll 1. Oh, and he blew up and we just took a load of damage. I've never failed that event, you know. I should have just taken the credits. I've actually never failed that event. Remove a card. Let's not remove another Mika card. Let's actually remove the card, this card from Kayron, even though it does actually do more healing. Let's rest. And stress goes down. Like, Mika is going to go nuts. But to be honest with you, that's not bad. We've made it through the first round of a nightmare. No one's gone nuts yet. Mika is going to go nuts here, so we have to be a little careful about that. So we're going to want to use... We are going to want to use Iron Wall, obviously. I'm thinking about just using Overpower here. Pulverize, I don't really want to draw anything, so I think I'm just going to use this and get some shielding. Not that the shielding makes diddly squat difference. So we can use Tactical Analysis. I want to use this and get out Echoes of the True Abyss. So I'd like to get out Echoes of the True Abyss. I'm then going to use Echoes of the True Abyss. Boom. And then I'm thinking we should use Upward Slash, or can we just use this? And then maybe just a little bit of healing to reduce some stress? Yeah, it reduces some nice stress on Mika there. That was probably worth it. Right. So we have 6 cards left in hand. We can use Greatsword. We've got Sorrowful with 6 Agony, which is actually really nice. I'm going to use this to use Vulture as well. That'll only give me 1 wave. I'm actually going to use the Sorrowful to get the Agony on. And I've got 6 cards in hand. How much Futility have I got in here? I've got 6 Futility. Fine. Okay. Oh, Mika's gone nuts. It's okay, Mika. We'll get you out of it. Not right now, but we will get you out of it. Right, so I'm actually going to use this. The reason being is I'm going to get a bit of a damage upgrade here. Boom, boom, boom. I love that skill from Kayron, by the way. Right, so we're going to get Echoes of Futility, which is going to give us a nice bit of damage. And we're going to go boom, because he's now weak. And we are also going to heal slightly or deal damage slightly. And that's a nice amount of damage in 1 turn. Get out of it. Okay, can't get out of it. Gonna use this. Ah, that's annoying, because we've now got Sorry, I'm gonna just use this again. Get some agony back on him. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Random Annihilation is right there. It's 525% damage. 220% shield plus this. I kind of want to do the shield because we're about to take a bunch of damage. So I'm going to use the shield. And then I'm going to go Echoes of Futility. And that's all I can do this turn. We do need Mika back in the action soon. Unfortunately, because she doesn't have many cards, we have to cycle quite frequently. Oh god, she's stress increased. Okay, so we're going to pull a card here. I'm going to go for Echoes of the True Abyss again. Like this. Bam, 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 bam. Nice. And then I'm going to use a Futility here. And then I'm going to use another Futility here. Did quite a bit of damage. That's fine. It's a bit of stress increase. I should be able to get Mika out of this now. Out you come, Mika. Thank you very much. Everyone's stress goes down. Only big problem here is that we don't have much way to prevent the amount of damage I'm about to take. I could give myself a shield, which I think is probably a sensible thing to do. So I am going to do that. And then I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use another Futility to heal myself a little bit, which will give me a bit of damage. It's not a massive amount of damage, but it's an okay amount of damage. All right. So we took some damage there, but not a huge amount. I'm interested in seeing what Black Hole does here, or pulling out. So what have I actually got in hand? I've got Vulture Ejection, so I'm going to use that anyway. So I really want to see. So Black Hole is 645% damage. Got a lot of that. I think I could probably just go for Sorrowful Godfather. Let's do that. Let's go Echoes of the True Abyss again. Actually, do I even... What did I just do? That was a lot of damage. Can I kill him with... I can't kill him with a heal, so I'm going to have to go for this. He's gone. Nice, that wasn't too bad. Latent Epiphany. Oh, we got a nice upgrade. Which is this one. So increases card's damage by 30% times 2 on this card exhaust. So this is 400% times 2 damage to a random enemy. So it could be 800% damage to one enemy, which is quite a lot of damage. 204%. I've got a lot of AoE already in my deck already. I'm going to take this. There we go. Copy card. Oh. I like the idea of copying Source of Water. When he's already had an epiphany, it gets me at 1 AP in one wave. I like the idea there. We don't have any X+1. We don't have any 0 cost cards. So both of these look kind of crap. However, there is a world where I could have X+1 on him with the 1 cost card. You know what I'm talking about. Great, let's take these. Nice. Let's keep going. So 1+ hit to basic cards. Meh. Game 1 AP. I mean, this is just a safe one over here. 1+ hit to basic cards doesn't do much for me, so this is just a safe one. It means that I'm more likely to have a good start when fighting an elite, which is probably the more difficult thing. I haven't really got a lot of credits, so let's not bother going to any of the shop sites. So we're going to go top, straight down the middle, maybe have enough to remove there, if not go up. And then we can go, yeah, I like that idea. We have some options if we do that, so we're going to just go straight down the middle here. I'm liking Khalipe, by the way. Really, really strong. Okay, so we're just going to use Source of Water here. We're going to use Iron Wall upgrade. We're going to use Sorrowful Godfather. We're going to then use Overpower. And I guess just give myself 1 extra wave for free, even though it's not going to do anything. So I'm going to pull out an attack. I'm actually thinking about pulling out Vulture Ejection here. I could pull out Echoes of the True Abyss. Am I going to be able to exhaust any cards? I'm not. So Vulture Ejection feels like the right card to pull here, because then I can just pulverize. Bam, bam, bam. And then Vulture Ejection is going to happen. I've then got 2 eliminations, which is going to do a lot of damage. And bam, bam, bam. Little bit of stress damage there, but not a big deal. So we're going to Source of Water here. I actually think about just straight up doing that. Yeah, and then I'll just ban him. Oh, wait, that wasn't enough to just ban him. Never mind. With the Agony, it was. Forgot about the Agony. Okay, carry on. Feeling pretty good. Stress management has been solid this game. Now, this is the guy you have to take. You have to take out this guy over here, because basically, when an attack card is used, you reduce the cost of everything else in your hand. So let's go. Bam, 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 bam. And what we would like to do now is go Source of Water, Iron Wall, Blessing of Waves for the waves. And yeah, just have to hope we get enough attack cards next turn. I think this is the one where we get the big... So we got Sorrowful Gladiator here, so I'm going to use that. Oh, we got a fire one. Increases card's damage by 30%. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's a lot of damage. Let's choose an attack. Let's bring out how much EP have I got? I've got 3. Let's bring out Brand of Annihilation. Surely that would be pretty good. Let's just bring out Greatsword. Yeah, and just do this. And that should be enough to get the damage done. With the Agony. Yeah, easy. Now we don't have that stupid... And then, I mean, this should be enough, right? Just use this. Good. Okay, we didn't get one of those... the one thing I hate about this one is when you get the temptation to take on that Fear monster. I can't remember what this guy does. Okay, this guy's really upset. Yeah. Select and remove 1 card, trigger an epiphany to 1 random card. What do I want to remove? If I'm going to remove something, what am I looking to remove? Maybe a basic elimination, maybe a basic water barrier, potentially Tears Vow, because it's not that useful. I would maybe look to use TV, but I also quite like the idea of just Epiphany at this point. Oh, we got another good one here. Reduce the card list cost by 1 immunity. Yeah, buddy. God, this is coming out to be a good deck. I'm getting a lot of really, really insane upgrades here. My removal cost is going to be 160, I think. So I don't think I'm going to be able to go and remove that. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going for this. I'm then going to do that. I'm then going to do that. I'm then going to do that. And maybe just heal for a little bit of stress reduction. No stress reduction. Must have done it onto Khalipe because she has no stress. Khalipe is the least stressed person in the world. Source of Water. It's given me absolutely billions. Let's do this. Draw the highest cost card, which is Brand of Annihilation. I think that's just more damage. Oof. Give myself a fat shield. Not that it's going to do anything. Okay, so I could exhaust... How much damage would this do? Not a lot. If I exhausted 4 cards... Let's just do it because there's only 3 EP. Let's exhaust them. That's going to make Black Hole deal 160% more damage, which is quite a lot. Quite a lot. Is that going to be enough to get the win here? I don't know if it is. Again, should have gone for the morale upgrade. Is 1 morale even going to be enough? Like, how much damage am I dealing with this? And resolve. There's no agony on the target. I guess for simply for the sake of trying to, okay, so it's not enough. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Slight error there. Latent Epiphany, Whirlpool. So I finally got Whirlpool. Reinforced Combat Suit. I mean, I'll give it to Kayron for the time being. Right, we're not going to have enough to remove a card at the moment, so we're not going to go there. Oh, we got a rare event, Flower of Dead Souls. I can't remember what you do here. Choose 2 cards and you don't gain that many morale and AP. That's pretty good. From the second attack card each turn onwards, plus 15% damage. Don't use too many successive attacks. So this removes itself from your deck after 1 turn. So it doesn't seem very good. But maybe we can get an 11. We got a 12. Let's give it to Khalipe. Actually, probably should have given that to Kayron, but I'm just like stat spreading at the moment. Okay. Let's have a look at this. So we've got this. We've got Iron Wall. Let's go and choose a skill. Now, I think I want to go for Echoes of the True Abyss to get A, Vulture Ejection done. But B, give me something to do with my EP. I'm actually going to shield this. And then I'm going to use Futility, and that'll get me some damage. Not a bad little opening turn. Got a lot of damage reduction here as well. So, Tactical Analysis. Get myself a wave. Could heal. I'm going to Pulverize first. There's a Whirlpool there, which I can't use. Echoes of Futility would deal some damage. Elimination would deal some damage. Let's go Water Barrier and just get some healing back. That'll reduce the stress on Khalipe there. That's fine. Gonna deal a little bit of damage to me here. Kayron's looking pretty grim. So we've got Rally. Let's use this. Oh, I still have a Khalipe. No! I should have given her the X +1. Grant retain to all cards in hand for 1 turn. That's pretty good. That'll give me enough shield, and I'll get retain. Damn it, I should have given her the X +1. Okay, so Source of Water. Should I just do Brand of Annihilation? I kind of want to exhaust some... Okay, so I'm going to exhaust some cards here. The reason being is I would like to get Brand of Annihilation down to 0. Which I can. I'm going to use the Sorrowful to get... I think I'm going to take... That's going to get the Tenacity drop. I'm then going to use this. I'm actually just going to heal myself at this point for this amount here. Should be able to get the win after that. Nice. And Whirlpool gets an Epiphany, which is going to be grain. I kind of like the idea of gain 1 wave. So, not going to get any healing, but we're going to gain some waves. And it's only 1, which makes it much more usable. I feel good about going for an elite. Maybe I can... I wish you could swap gear. That would be super nice if you could do that. I'm going to go Tactical Analysis, get some Resolve, Iron Wall upgrade. Echoes of the True Abyss like this. What I'm actually going to do here is exhaust. I'm going to actually reduce the tenacity damage. So I sort of reduce tenacity. I want to potentially break the tenacity here at some point. It's a nice bit of what's he just done? He's stolen my stuff. Source of water. We're going to go rally. Brand of Annihilation's good, so I could just go like this. Does a lot of tenacity damage. And then I'm going to use this. Actually, I'm going to retain Upward Slash in hand, simply because I could get whatever it is, this thing. Okay, yeah. Upward Slash is there. I've got Echoes of Futility. So what I'm going to start off with is this. Going to get Vulture Ejection to come through. And then I'm actually going to use Oath of Vitality, because obviously once I use it, it gets it out of hand, and I'm going to use this. And, oh, okay, finally I could actually make use of that X+1 card. I could make it a 0, even if it's created during this battle. Echo Futility, plus 150% damage, amount by the X, so it could be like a really big hit. The problem is I don't usually want to spend all of my... That can scale really easily as well, but I actually I'm going to try this, just given that I've obviously accidentally already built this guy to have an X+1 on him. Okay, so we are going to Source of Water. We're going to choose an attack card, which we have fuck all, so I'm going to just take Elimination. I'm actually going to use this because that will draw. Fine. Elimination. Elimination. Futility. And Futility. So there's no like massive damage coming out from this, but it is like just like solid, you know? I don't have a way to actually proc that. Game 1 resolve. Kind of like the idea of just getting a massive shield here. So I'm going to do that. Does that actually... Yeah, that actually procs Vulture if you use that amount of EP on it. That's fine. So we're going to... Black Hole has got 303% damage. Got Echoes of the True Abyss here. Could go for something... I mean, the problem is this. I wanted to go for something crazy, but we're not going to be able to. Echoes of the True Abyss. And I'm just going to use a Futility card to finish him off. Boom, that was quite an easy elite, actually. Not like flashy with like loads of damage, but it's just really consistently powerful. 25%. Anyway, so we're getting gear for everyone, which is important. Again, I don't really need to go to the campfire right now. Stress is still quite manageable. Oh, Veil of the Void. I'm going in. You don't just take the stress decrease. That's just boring. Trigger Epiphany on one selected cards. 30% damage, a 30% chance to exhaust a card in. So I have Gluttony. I'd get Schizophrenia, but I'd get I have Gluttony. 30% damage at the end of the turn, 30% chance to exhaust one card in hand. I mean, that can be useful, but it also could be absolutely terrible. I'm just going to go for the Epiphany. We haven't had many Epiphanies for her, but I'm going to just go for black. Oh, we got a Nihilum Epiphany, which is the one. Activate 2 Futility cards from hand, increase this damage. So that's 477% damage, increases damage cards damage by 30%. So this immediately makes this more useful in general, and you activate 2 Futility cards from hand, which would mean if I've got the Oath, I don't need this one because I haven't got that many ways to exhaust. Well, I have got a lot of ways to exhaust Futility, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. I actually kind of want to go for this one because it means I can exhaust futility with this, which is quite good. I actually don't have any futility exhaust scaling now because Black Hole now doesn't scale from futility exhausting. Neither does a Brand of Annihilation, neither does the other one. So I've kind of removed my exhaust futility scaling, but I've just made like Kayron a more like standard solid DPSer. So it's made him more immediately powerful, but hasn't like, you basically reduced his need to exhaust futility. Oh, I actually have, okay, Heart of Gold. Is that also going to be an X+1? No, that's that. I forgot about that. Okay, carry on. Jump in. Look at this, 6,000 HP. So I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna open with this. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm actually going to use this to get some shield and retain Brand of Annihilation, because Brand of Annihilation is quite a lot of damage. So start off with Tactical Analysis, and then going to open up with Echoes of the True Abyss to get some futility cards. So watch this. I'm going to do this. I've got a lot of futility cards in that now. It's always better to use the futility card than to use it with this, because you only get 115% damage, so I can do a bit more damage by actually using the futility card. But we are going to use Kayron's skill for the first time this run, which I haven't done yet because my AoE has been so good anyway. And we are going to bam him with bam, 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 bam. And then I've got this increased damage, Brand of Annihilation, which gets me 3,000 damage on turn 2. Which is nice. I mean, it's not mail-in, but it's nice. The only problem is I don't have any exhaust futility scaling at the moment. Okay, so I've got Sorrowful, I've got Rally, so I could rally for the shield. I've got Vulture there. I'm actually gonna go for the shield, and then that'll use Vulture Ejection as well. And that's, it's almost. I'm just gonna do that. The nice thing about that is at least even at 0, you can use them for a little bit of damage, and because I've got an X+1, it will always count as at least 1. That's quite nice. Kayron's looking pretty grim at the moment. It's not great. Let's use an attack skill here. What can we pull out? We can pull out Black Hole, but we don't actually have any futility to do. But actually, just you can see, Black Hole just much better in general. I'm going to heal. I'm going to Great Sword. I might as well use all of my skills here. Great Sword and then Shield. That's fine. Kayron is going to go mental soon, but it's his first going mental, so it's not that big of a deal. Frankly, not the best. I should have done not the best here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the DPS, which is not great. I think this probably means that Kayron's going to go crazy. It is. It's his first crazy, so we can deal with it. So Tactical Analysis. I'm actually going to go for Absolute Protection here. There's a lot of damage coming out from this guy. It's kind of annoying, actually. Let's use this. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Right, Kayron, get out of it. Kayron, get out of it. Can't get out of it. He's going to deal damage to me again. So, goodness gracious. 220% shield. Use Vulture Ejection. I can get myself back a Whirlpool damage. Is this going to be enough? It's not. Water Barrier. God, this guy pounds you if you don't get him down quickly enough. My shielding's not doing anything. All right. This is brutal. Oh, he's finally out. He's finally out. Well, I literally lucked out here. What can I draw? What can I draw? I think Brand of Annihilation is the one that's actually going to do the work here. Brand of Annihilation. It's not enough. Is that going to be enough? No. Is this going to be... going to heal? I can't die here, so I need to basically use this. So is this going to be enough? Currently looking like I'm going to die. So let's use her skill. I basically just don't want to die. Okay. Not going to die here. That's good. Let's use this and get some Fortitude. All right. We're not dying, which is important. Oh my god, he does so. Oh my god, Mika. Goodness gracious, that was a tough fight. I'm probably going to go to the campsite. Okay, this is where it gets tricky, because I would love to go to the question mark. Campsite, down, I can do a couple of questions. I don't think I'm in a good enough spot to fight an elite, so I'm actually going to go to the campsite here. Maybe I can remove a card. Let's have a look. I can remove a card. Oh, I could go for another Iron Wall. I can't remove a card and go for another Iron Wall. I love the idea of 2 Iron Walls. I'm actually going for 2 Iron Walls, and I'll remove a card later. I like the idea of 2 Iron Walls. Right, so reduce some stress. I don't really want Mika to go into breakdown mode, simply because it will be her second. Oh, these ones are annoying and quite tough. Iron Wall. Iron Wall. I'm going to use Whirlpool to get 2 and get some damage down. I'm going to go for attack here to just pull something out, which would be Echoes of the True Abyss to actually get some damage, get some of those in. I could use my Kayron skill. Actually, I don't have my Kayron skill in hand at the moment. So we're going to take a bit of damage here. We need to heal. Source of water. Blessing. I kind of want to do this. I'm going to do this. Okay, he's going to keep going at us. Could I pull Rally? 180% shield. That's not great. Let's do that. Could we then do this? It's not really. None of these are great. I think the best thing I can do is that for the damage to everybody, and then heal myself a little bit. We're going to take damage here, though. Ouch. Yeah, we need to... This guy's just getting more and more powerful. Black Hole is going to do some damage. However, what I really want to do is probably Oath. Probably this. And then I would like to use that. That will then use that as well. Is this going to be enough? I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay, we have a turn, though. We've got 1 turn before they do anything. Vulture Ejection. This is where I want to use Echoes of Futility, honestly. So use that. Wait, so if I don't actively use it, I can't proc the... If I don't actively use it, I can't actually proc the... Didn't realize that. Okay, so tactical analysis. Use this. Let's just use that. And then probably just this. I'll retain the futility, but that's okay. Mika's going to go nuts. So I'm just going to use this because it's going to give me some resolve. I'm then going to use Black Hole, which we will use and burn 2 futility. I'm then going to use this, I guess, and draw out Brand of Annihilation, which actually, if I could exhaust another utility, should give me a lot of damage. Okay. Oh, Mika, don't go crazy, please. She's going to go crazy. Do I heal? I think I heal here. And then go Sorrowful. Should I bother doing this? Because if I just do that and that, it's not going to do enough damage. I think Mika will have a shit fit Oh my god, that's so... These guys deal so much damage. If I do this, it's not going to be enough, but maybe if I do that in combination with the big whale. Yes, thank you. I played for 2 hours. Is this going to be enough in combination with the big whale? Actually, could I just straight up do this? That would only get rid of one. With the big... Yeah, the big whale will be enough. Okay, I have to use all of my EP, but I think it makes sense. Kind of had to. Okay, I got latent epiphany here. Let's have a look. So, for 1 turn, gain 4 fortitude, 150% base damage, 120% shield. What was the original? 80% shield, 210% defense base damage, 1 silver veil. Oop, I clicked on it without really meaning to do that. That's fine. I prefer the damage. Okay. Let's please give me a good roll. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Always attack weakness. Apply 2 vulnerable to the target. 1 AP is quite nice as well, but always attack weakness is nice. Wait. Attack weakness. Wait a second. I need to have a look at this. This card attack applies as a weak point. Yeah. So if I've got always attack weakness, then it doesn't really make sense, does it? I think I'd rather just get the AP back from using it. 3 fortitude is quite nice, though. I could use this as an attack that would also then massively reduce the damage taken. But 1 AP is really nice. There's no point. That's like kind of pointless because it is an attack weakness card. So I think getting attack weakness. Okay. Do I have any more question marks to go to? Yeah, I've got 1 more. Oh, look at these little buddies. Right, I haven't seen those. Change damage taken to 1 when being hit. Over protection decreases by 1. After 4 turns, turns into an uncontrollable gluttony. This is an uncontrollable gluttony. Okay, fine. So we do this. We do this. We attack everyone. And we heal. We want to kill these little 2 buggers on the sidelines before they, you know... Oh, Mika, no! I knew it was going to happen, but it's annoying that it did. Can you get out of it? You can't get out of it. So... we're going to go like this to this guy. Can we upward slash him? So he's kind of dead? Yeah. So he's going to die to agony. Great. Mika. We're going to go Echoes of the True Abyss on you, because that will then use my Vulture Ejection. And I'm going to use this, and it's going to bring me this card. And we'll do that. And it does mean we should... I've got loads of futility cards. Like, if only I had the good EP. This is actually looking pretty brutal. Can you get out of this? You can't get out of this. So his elimination is going to get rid of him. Fine. And then we're going to overpower like this. And then I'm going to get some shielding. And then I'm going to use this. God, I've got so many futility cards in my graveyard. If I actually had the good... Out, can't. Black hole. Is that going to... I couldn't, so I'm just going to shield myself a little bit. Let's take an attack card here. I think that should be good enough. Yeah. Ouch. Well, Kayron's probably going to go nuts on the next one. I've got a latent epiphany. Oh my god, did we not have that yet? Oh my gosh. We're all the way at the end, we've only got Mika's last epiphany upgrade. Oh, here we go. I can get another good epiphany, maybe. Select and copy 1 cards. Trigger an epiphany to 1 selected card. I do like the idea. Like, what would I copy though? Like, if I was going to copy something, what would I copy? I feel like I don't have enough damage on... I feel like I don't have enough damage on this guy. I've copied that already. I don't think I need to copy anything from her deck, but I would get a load of schizophrenia. But do you know what? I kind of want to increase the damage that I'm dealing. So I'll take some schizophrenia cards. I don't really care about that. Now let's actually copy something. I could go nuts and just copy, like, Iron Wall and have, like, massive, massive defensive capabilities. Do kind of feel like I want to copy something from Kayron's deck. Now, this monster card is really good. I do like the idea. Echoes of the Tribus is not that important because I don't actually scale that hard off futility. This is pretty good. So that's quite a lot of damage. I could actually just copy Brand of Annihilation here because I think I can activate it pretty consistently and it's a lot of damage. All right, so we're going to go in. We're going to probably remove one. Okay, we can't remove. Oh my God, but there's another Iron Wall. Yeah, bud. Yeah. We love Iron Walls in this shop. We're an Iron Wall believer. I mean, so Kayron's basically going to go nuts in the next fight anyway, but he's got a lot of cards. So I actually feel kind of nervous about this because basically Mika's in nuts mode and she's still in nuts mode. Okay, it's fine. He didn't actually deal any damage here. I'm gonna get Mika out of nuts mode now, which is nice. Great. Now what I'm gonna do is go bam, 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 bam. I'm then gonna go Echoes of the True Abyss. Bam. And I'm also gonna go Echoes of the True Abyss. Bam. And what I'm gonna do next turn is exhaust all that shit. Or I'm going to wait until I can exhaust my schizophrenia cards as well. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm going to pulverize and draw some cards. That's fine. Oh, Iron Wall upgrade for free. I could do this. And bring in this, maybe. Interesting. Interesting. I'm thinking about doing this now. Right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to exhaust all of these cards. And I'm going to slap this guy for all of this damage. Because I exhausted a load of cards. I'm going to go bam, bam, bam. I'm going to go bam, bam, bam. I'm then going to go bam. Wait, I'm then going to go bam. And I'm going to use a vulture ejection. And then I'm just going to randomly slap him for 5,000 damage. And in considering this is a big defensive-based team and I'm not like a mail-in massive comboer, that's nice. We like that. So just need Kayron to not go crazy before the end of the fight. So I could get a really big heal off here, which is nice. I'm then going to rally, which will bring me overpower, which will give me a lot of shield. And then I'm just going to hit him for some damage. Not a lot of damage, but some damage. I feel pretty confident that we're doing fine here. Okay, kind of annoying. I could Oath of Vanity, Source of Water for some healing, Whirlpool for some damage, attack him for the void, damage, futility. Not much else I could do. No point me creating a vulture, so I'm just going to like let this one happen. I just don't want Kayron to go nuts before the end of the fight. The really annoying thing here is that we are struggling a little bit for... I'm going to get rid of this now. I'm probably just going to cycle this because there is definitely something better I can do here. I've got Kayron. Okay, so that's pretty good. Just don't go nuts, Kayron. Just don't go nuts. Oh, he's looking pretty close to going nuts. I've got Vulture Ejection. It's actually really annoying. If I create another Vulture Ejection, I could just... it's not worth it. I'm just going to get rid of this. I think Kayron's going to go mental. Yeah. We just weren't drawing the right cards. I mean, it's not over. It's not over. But it's not great either. We might as well get rid of this. We might as well get rid of that. And let's just go for absolute protection. Hopefully I can get Kayron out of it. This guy doesn't tend to hit that hard. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my god, he's back. He's back in the game. He's back in the game. Right, pulverize. And we get them back. Oh my god, this is so much stuff. That's going to use Vulture Ejection. I don't think I'm going to get that many futility in hand. Yeah, I'm not. But it doesn't matter because we've already won. Futility. And futility is gone. Boom. That's how you do it. So we're going to copy a card. Oh my god. we've got 4 Iron Wall upgrades. 40% attack damage cards with cost of 0. Oh, I don't have any 0 cost cards. Doesn't make much sense, does it? That would have been so good for I mean, I'm just taking this, but so this applies 2 mark to a random enemy. I think this is just best here. Ah, rubbish. Confirm. Let's do it. Oh, guys, I have to show you. If this deck doesn't get deleted, I have to show you the end of the deck that I just ended up getting with Khalipe, because it's kind of insane. Like, basically 4 upgrade cards in the opening hand to increase my resolve and fortitude by 4, which is just basically means I take no damage ever. If I get to keep this deck, I will be very surprised. Ooh, tranquility. Okay, carry on. Okay, no one's gone crazy. Am I gonna lose anything here? Oh my gosh, let's have a look. Oh, I didn't get to keep both of my Iron Wall upgrades. I had 4 Iron Walls in my deck and I've only got to keep 2 of them. I hate it when it does this. Oh well, I mean, oh, it didn't even give me the good Iron Wall upgrades. What did I get to keep on him? I didn't get to keep my double Brand of Annihilation either. Rubbish is what it is. Good run, really fun deck. Kind of crazy. I kind of want to just get to a level 51 here. So I'm just going to do that. I want to get to level 51. Right. That was a run. Enjoyable. And Khalipe, Kayron deck, it's not exactly a big, heavy burst damage deck, but it's definitely like a really fun, easy defensive deck to play where you're going to be able to grind through the majority of stuff just by playing cleverly. Wouldn't say that the Kayron upgrades that I got were the most optimal, but nonetheless, really strong and fun deck. Enjoyed it a lot. Guys, if you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.